Today, we will talk about deficit spending, definition, theory, arguments. Pro and con. Deficit spending occurs when a government's expenditures exceed its revenues during a fiscal period, leading to a budget deficit. Deficit spending occurs when a government's expenditures exceed its revenues during a fiscal period, leading to a budget deficit. This usually happens when the government uses its spending power to create demand and stimulate the economy, which is often associated with a Keynesian approach to economic stimulus. The concept of deficit spending as economic stimulus is credited to the liberal British economist John Maynard Keynes. Keynes argued that during a recession or depression, a decline in consumer spending could be balanced by an increase in government spending. He believed that maintaining aggregate demand, the sum of spending by consumers, businesses, and the government, was key to avoiding long periods of high unemployment. Keynes also believed in the multiplier effect, which suggests that $1 of government spending could increase total economic output by more than $1. The idea is that when the $1 changes hands, the party on the receiving end will then go on to spend it, and so on, leading to greater economic output. Many economists, particularly conservative ones, criticize deficit spending. They argue that it won't have the intended psychological effect on consumers and investors because people know that it is short-term and ultimately will need to be offset with higher taxes and interest rates. Additionally, some economists say deficit spending, if left unchecked, could threaten economic growth by causing a government to raise taxes or even default on its debt. Modern monetary theory is a new school of economic thought that supports Keynesian deficit spending. Proponents of MMT argue that as long as inflation is contained, a country with its own currency doesn't need to worry about accumulating too much debt through deficit spending because it can always print more money to pay for it. Here are 3 key takeaways. 1. Deficit spending occurs when government spending exceeds its revenue. 2. Deficit spending often refers to intentional excess spending meant to stimulate the economy. 3. British economist John Maynard Keynes is the most well-known proponent of deficit spending as a form of economic stimulus. Hope this would help. Thanks for watching.